welcome. We had a request from a board member to kind of slow things down today, so we took a little pause. Thank you all for coming. We're so proud of the class of 2025. At this time, we'll have our national anthem. ROTC will come up, present colors, and then we'll have our student come up and give the official welcome to graduation.
Color guard. Halt. Order. Colors. Ready. Cut. Right. Face. Forward. March. Left. 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 Right.
You all may be seated. At this time, the student that is doing our welcome, if you'll please come forward, and then we'll hear from our choir.
Good morning, Falcon Nation. We're honored to be joined by Hawkins County Board of Education members and Director Matt Hickson. Thank you for your commitment to the students of Hawkins County Schools. To the VHS faculty and staff, I would like to thank each of you for your unwavering support and commitment to this graduating class. And to the family and friends of my fellow graduates, thank you for the love and encouragement that has brought each of us to this milestone. To everyone in attendance today, welcome to the 2025 Volunteer High School graduation commencement. All right, if everyone will bow your heads, we're going to pray.
Dear God, I just want to take a moment to thank you for each and every person here today. I pray that you would just guide each of these graduates and give them peace in knowing that you're in control of everything that they're about to face. You have placed dreams and desires in all of our hearts, and I pray that you would just give each graduate the strength and the courage and the will to chase those dreams. I thank you for each opportunity you've given us in these past 4 years of high school. I pray that you would just help us each to remember, even though this is a closing to a chapter, that our stories are only just beginning. I thank you for each family member, friend, teacher, and staff that you have placed in all of our lives to make moments like this possible. Please continue to keep all of us safe for this ceremony and when we part. We love you and we thank you for allowing us to celebrate today. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Tennessee's fair eastern mountains, reared against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years go by. For whatever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, volunteer, all hail! All hail! I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed. It will may be that we may never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed. For
At this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Allie Laster. While she's coming up, if you want to give her a round of applause for being state champion in the pole vault competition.
Hello everyone, my name is Aaliyah Laster and it is an incredible honor to be standing here today in front of you all representing Volunteers class of 2025 as salutatorian. First, I would like to thank all the parents here today who have been dragging us out of bed for the past 13 years and kicking us out the door to get us to school on time. Without you, some of us wouldn't have even made it here today. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Next, I would like to thank my teachers and coaches here at VHS. You've taught me so much, like that a naval has absolutely nothing to do with ships or the Navy. Learned that from Tina Evans. And to always be prepared. You never know who might come lunging out of nowhere for a jump scare. Shout out to Peterson, wherever you are. Thanks to all my coaches I've had over the years for always pushing me and being there for me in the highs and the lows. Also to all my teammates and fellow athletes, I wish you the best in all you do in the future and for giving me lifelong memories. Finally, I would like to thank all my classmates who have made these last 4 years ones to remember, including wild Friday night football games, late night Waffle House runs, goats in the courtyard, a first day of high school like no other, car smashes, dances, dress-up days, and even slip and slides on the football field. We've survived a lot of late nights, early morning ACTs, cafeteria mystery meat, midnight papers written 30 seconds before they're due, and moments when we question all of our life decisions, wondering if we were even going to get our diplomas. Today is about more than just grades and graduation caps that barely stay on our heads. It's about the growth, the challenges, and the friendships made along the way. This class, our class, is full of nurses, tradesmen and women, military men and women, engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs, and maybe even a professional TikToker or two. We've done so much as a class, and we should be proud. Graduates, give yourselves a round of applause because we've finally made it. This next chapter is unwritten, but it's ours to write. As we step into the unknown, I'll leave you with a verse that's guided many before us. Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Here's to the class of 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Maddie Crowder, if you'll come on up.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and staff, and most importantly, class of 2025. I know we all have a long day ahead of us, so I'll try to keep this short and sweet. To be quite honest, a week ago today, I had no idea what I was going to talk about during this speech. As I began to reflect on all the life lessons and experiences that Volunteer has shown us, 3 pieces of advice stuck out to me. 1, if your coach ever tells you a practice is optional, it's not. 2, Sabrina will not excuse your absence because the PALS line was longer than you thought. And 3, your Snapchat AI cannot do your problem and stats homework for you. Not only did the experiences teach us valuable life lessons, the songs we listened to did as well. Leangelo Ball taught us that anyone can become a rapper. Fetty Wap proved that some songs never go out of style. And Kanye West showed us exactly what not to do when you become famous. In all seriousness, the guy did have a way with words. In his hit song, Everything I Am, I'm reminded that everything I'm not made me everything I am. Think about it. We are mosaics of everyone we love. I don't always believe in myself, but my mom does. So everything I'm not made me everything I am. I get overwhelmed a lot, but my dad calms me down. So everything I'm not made me everything I am. I almost forget to have fun sometimes, but my brother never lets me. So everything I'm not made me everything I am. I would never order a whole pizza for myself, but my friends would. So everything I'm not made me everything I am. Freshman year, I had no idea that I would be standing before you as the Volunteer High School class of 2025 valedictorian, but God knew when He made me everything I am. So as we reflect on our time here, it's important to remember the experiences that shaped us and people who made us. So as we step off the stage today and into the next chapter of our lives, I encourage you to take the time to thank and appreciate all the people who made you everything you are. And remember, Kanye also said, on this day, we become legendary. So class of 25, let's go show everyone how legendary we can be. Thank you.
Great job, Maddie. Again, good morning, everyone. Families, friends, teachers, faculty, Mr. Hickson and central office staff, board members, Rolando Benavides, Chris Christian, Hannah Speaks, and most importantly, the brilliant, brave, slightly sleep-deprived graduates of the class of 2025. Graduates these last 4 years have been filled with some great memories. We've seen softball, basketball, and volleyball make runs at state. Track and cross country literally made runs, including some great state champions at track just a couple weeks ago. We've seen students excel, scoring high on the ACT, completing industry certifications, and being awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships. We've also learned that the walls of the bathroom dividers do not have caps and how to fish out a cell phone if it falls into the wall. Thanks, Scarlett, for that. I personally learned to check the front yard for hot dogs before taking my dog Teddy for a walk. We've seen students step up into leadership roles that never would have thought possible their freshman year. I've had the privilege to watch each of you grow from scared, intimidated freshmen to confident, successful seniors, and I'm proud of each one of you. Let's be real. Today's kind of weird. You're probably feeling a lot of different emotions and probably not sure how to process most of them. You're caught somewhere between, woohoo, we're out of here, and where am I going now? You're thrilled to toss the cap, but part of you also wants to throw a blanket over your head and hide for a while. I get it. But whether you're going to college, the workforce, the military, a gap year, or starting your own thing, today you're all going. And going doesn't mean forgetting, it means growing. Because here's the thing, this place, Volunteer High School, has shaped you, not just academically, but let's not discount how far you've come. Think back to who you were your first day here. Some of you walked in with confidence. Others walked in looking like you just accidentally signed up for Survivor. You didn't know the difference between the 100s and the CTE building. Look how far you've come and how much you've learned. I mean, you know how to write an essay in MLA format with 4 minutes left before the deadline. That's basically a superpower, or ChatGPT. You've become leaders. You stood up for what's right. You've learned how to fail and how to bounce back. You've discovered new passions, changed your mind, and grown into your voice. Today is a day you'll remember for the rest of your lives. A day that marks the culmination of your hard work, the memories you created, and the people who have walked alongside of you. The sun is setting on your high school career, but it's also a day of transition, like that moment at the end of a song where everything feels like it's both ending and beginning at the same time. And speaking of songs, I know you were thinking, which Pearl Jam song is he going to quote this year? Well, I don't want to disappoint any of y'all with that part. The song is called Setting Sun, and like today, it's about a moment of change, about looking back, letting go, and moving forward into something unknown. The song starts with the lines, "The cast was made to reset broken bones, but there's no such thing to fix a love gone wrong." It's about things in life that can be fixed and the things that just aren't so easy to mend. As you sit here today in your cap and gown, looking ahead to the future, think about everything that has brought you here. The friendships, the challenges, the triumphs, and yes, the moments where things didn't go the way you wanted them to. Maybe it was a missed opportunity, a test you didn't pass, or a heartache from a friendship that drifted apart. I know some of you have faced more difficult moments than others, and I want to tell you something that sounds simple, but it's true. You're not broken. Like a cast that is used to heal a broken bone, the difficult experiences these past years have been your cast. And there have been moments that have helped shape you, even if you didn't always see it at the time. There are moments that made you stronger. It wasn't an instant fix. You grew, you adapted, and now you're sitting here more complete than ever before. There are days in this world that moves faster than you can, when you wonder if you'll ever be enough, if you're on the right path. But let me say this now and say it clearly, you are enough. Even when you mess up, even when you're lost, even when you're crying in the car, eating cold French fries so you're not exactly sure how long they've been there, just trying to make sense out of life. Eddie goes on to sing, "Keep knocking the door because I know someone's there. I wait on the porch, hoping someday I'll be let in." This part of the song is about waiting and hoping. It's not about giving up, even when the answers don't come quickly. And it isn't something that isn't that something all of us can relate to? Whether you've been knocking on the door of academic success, waiting on the acceptance letter of the college of your choice, getting a call back from a job interview, or knocking on the door of a personal goal, you've personally spent sleepless nights hoping that eventually you'd get that answer. But here's the thing, you did get an answer. You've all earned your place here today. Knocking and waiting and working hard. It wasn't easy, but you proved to yourselves and the world that perseverance pays off. And now, as you step into the world beyond these walls, don't stop knocking, don't stop seeking. Life doesn't always give you a clear sign that you're doing the right thing, but trust me when I say, if you keep knocking, you will find your way. It may not be immediate, but the door will open. My favorite line in the song is this one. They say in the end, everything will be okay. If it's not okay, well, it ain't the end. The lyric is a perfect reflection for graduation day. For some of you, it feels like everything's falling into place. But for others, you feel a bit uncertain. You may have doubts about the future. You might be wondering, is it really going to be okay? But let me tell you this, it is going to be okay. It might not always look like you imagined it would. It might be harder than you expected. But in the end, the things that matter most will work out. And if things don't go perfectly as planned, well, it's not the end yet. The beauty of life is that it's full of new beginnings disguised as problems. You're not done. If you don't feel okay today, that's okay, because it ain't the end. Graduation is the final step of this journey, but your next journey is just getting started. The song continues, "Had dreams to you I would belong, had the dream that you would stay with me till kingdom come." I'm going to be honest with you. As a principal, I've had that dream too. I had a dream that each of you would stay here forever, that we could keep you safe in this little school bubble where you're loved and supported. But that's not how life works. You were not meant to stay forever in this space. You're meant to go out and make the world better. That's why it's so bittersweet today. We've shared some incredible moments together, and I want to keep you here forever. But I know your future is out there, and it's waiting for you. I'm not going to pretend there won't be moments of doubt as you step into the next chapter. But belonging doesn't end when you leave here. It's about finding places and people that make you feel like home. You'll find that along the way, all the while knowing that a piece of you is here. Once a Falcon, always a Falcon. A lot of you thought your freshman year would take forever to get to this point at graduation. The song laments, turns out forever has come and gone. Am I the only one hanging on? Well, we've all had our own version of forever. For some, it's a vision of what they thought high school would be. For others, it's a dream of what the future looks like. But let me tell you something important. You are not alone. You're not the only one hanging on to the past, to the comfort of what's familiar. Everyone in the stadium is transitioning, just like you. Everyone is holding on to something, memories, hopes, the past, and trying to figure out how to move forward. VHS is a part of your story, a messy, hilarious, frustrating, beautiful part. I know some of you are already packing your bags, but trust me, a few years from now, you're going to randomly remember that weird smell that came from the 200s, or how your favorite teacher went off topic for 30 minutes and accidentally gave you the best life advice ever. Always remember this: you are stronger than you think. Every step you take from here is part of your journey. So yes, your forever may come and go, but that doesn't mean you don't carry a piece of it with you. As Christopher Robin told Pooh, if there is a tomorrow where we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. As much as I don't like speaking to large clouds, I have to admit the view from here is spectacular. Vedder sings, "If you could see what I see now," and that's exactly how I feel. Imagine for a moment that you could see yourself through my eyes. I see a group of young people who have already proven their strength. I see people who have been through trials and have emerged with their heads held high. I see students who have learned the hard lessons, some in the classroom, some outside of it, some in my office. But they've been learned nonetheless. If you could see yourselves the way I see you now, I think you'd be amazed at how much potential you have. As the song winds down, Eddie adds a benediction: "May your days be long till kingdom come. May your days be long before kingdom come." Now I want to pause for a moment and say something you may not hear enough. I am proud of you. We are proud of you. We're all gathered here today to celebrate you. Not just for grades, not just the trophies or college acceptances, but for the quiet battles you fought, the ones nobody saw. The days you showed up when you didn't want to, the moments you supported a friend, the courage it takes to be yourself in the world that often tells you not to be. You've shown resilience. You've shown heart. We may not always show it in every test or assignment, but we are proud. As we move forward, may your days be long and full of purpose. And when the sun sets on one chapter, may you remember there's always another sunrise waiting for you. Urban Meyer, former head coach of the Ohio State University, was quoted as saying, "The best part about being 10-0 is the chance to be 11-0. Well, now you stand undefeated against high school. I can't wait to see your next victory. The song ends with the words, "Let us not fade." Class of 2025, you won't fade. You'll shine brighter than you know, even when the road gets tough. Remember, the sun always rises again. You have a future that is waiting for you to shape it. Now here are some final words of advice to take with you. 1, take risk. Maybe not with the sushi at the gas station, but challenge yourself and aim high. 2, work hard, but don't let your work define your worth. You are more than a degree or a job. 3, call your folks or whoever shows up for you. They deserve to know you're still alive and occasionally doing laundry. 4, be kind. Not fake kind, but the real kind. The kind that stops, looks people in the eye, and says, "Hey, I see you." And lastly, laugh at yourself. Life is too short to pretend you have it all together. No one does, not even the adults, especially this adult. Congratulations. Your senior sunset is merging into a beautiful sunrise. We love you. We believe in you. Now go ride this wave where it takes you. Make us proud, but don't forget to turn in your Chromebook. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2025.
Mackenzie Grace Abston. John Henry Adams. Hallie Lynn Albright. Aaron Alexander Allgood. Michael Scott David Altabaumer. Dariana Alvarez. Luke Allen Armstrong. Jackson Chase Arnold. Zane Paul Bachman. Elonda Sunsere Bacon. Christian Andrew Bailey. Jaron Baker. Graceland Elise Barner. Justice Aaliyah Corrine Barrett. Maisie Elizabeth Barton. Braden Neil Belcher. Courtney Lynn Bellamy. David Cole Bellamy. Trinity Marie Bennett. Bailey Ann Benton. Deshaun Anthony Bienemy. Alyssa Lauren Bledsoe. State champion Roman Antonio Borghetti Metz. Sabella Bianca Borghetti Metz. Caleb Lynn Bream. Zachary Phil Breeding. Noah Blue Brewer. Joshua Marion Brock. Emily Madison Brooks. Blakely Dirk Broussard. Katie Lynn Brown. Lillian Abigail Brown. Logan Scott Brown. Mason James Bruner. Lily Catherine Bullock. Alyssa Barbara Birchfield. Connor Brandon Burns. Gabriel Isaiah Burns. Furian Robert Buzzo. Nicholas John Buzzo. Isabella Michelle Byington. Megan Faith Bird. Nevaeh Nicole Kane. Terlyn Rain Calhoun. Sierra Liana Carroll. Sean Calvin Carson. Olivia Faith Casebolt. Caden Mitchell Christian. Lily Grace Christian. Olivia Jade Kira Clevenger. Jackson Glenn Clontz. Savannah Lynn Coates. Sean Isaiah Cole. Evan Mark Coleman. Alexander DeMarcus Collins. Trevor Allen Collins. Tristan Casey Collins. Wyatt John Collins. Charles William Coomer. Aiden Lee Cottrell. Christopher Jason Couch. Cameron Lynn Cox. Erica Zoe McKenzie Cox. Cadence Aaliyah Crabtree. Maddie Brooke Crowder. Kirsten Renee Crumley. Jolie May Delita. Eli Matthew Davidson. Aaron Tate Dillard. Ava Marie Dillard. Alyssa Ann Dingus. Connor Rylan Dooley. Jonah Lee Duty. Portia Cheyenne Duggar. Christian Wayne Dye. Kaylee Beth Dye. Brianna Paige Dykes. Parker Thomas Edmondson.
Timothy Scott Elkins.
Matthew Everson.
Bryson Keener Feekins.
Edward Lee Felt. Orrin Eugene Fields. Addison Olivia Fisher. Briley Garrett Fitzgerald. Brianna Lou Frazier. Isaac Nathaniel French. Isabel Victoria Fritz. Ethan Lynn Garbart. Louis Jorge Garcia. Kaylee Grace Gardner. Jesse Aaron Gilbert Markham. Joshua David Goodwin. Elijah Presley Gordon. Kira Losina Greer.
Scarlett Felicita Sherry Grippin.
Abigail Dean Hall. Javen Maurice Harvey. Joshua David Hathaway. Kevin Mark Hawks. Erilyn McKaylee Head. Nevaeh Rain Henderson. Hunter Jacob Hendrickson. Jacob Hunter Henley. Jeremy Blake Hensley. Mason Grant Hill. Lexis Brooklyn Hilton. Angelina Isabella Hawley.
Shaylee Paige Honaker.
Isaac Sage Housewright. Charles Dylan Hughes. Lindsay Anne Marie Hurd. Destiny Nicole Jackson. Madison Lee Jenkins. Gracie Ann Jenkins. Haley Denise Job. Darian David Allen Jones. Cole Johnson. Corbin Allen Johnston. Gracie Lynn Keene. Allie Nevaeh Kiersey. Thomas Alexander Kilgore. Elijah Rain Kinsler. Caden Reimer LaFollette. Christopher James Landeck. reigning state champion Aaliyah Kate Laster.
Jake Nathaniel Leverton. Cheyenne Nicole Lee. Summer Jewel Lemons. Chloe Renee Lewis. Mackenzie Joanna Lewis. Joseph Matthew Light. Emily Caitlin Linkus. Isaac Dakota Linkus. Caitlin Renee Lipton. Caden Charles Lovell. Catherine Naomi Luna Nava. Carter Daniel Manis. Zane Eric Manis. Zebediah Warren Manis. Lorelei Denise Maples. Jaden Ryan Markham. Cohen Elijah Marshall. Allie Marie Martin. Caleb Matthew Massengill. Scarlett Joe McLaren. Lathan Martin McLeod. Wyatt Mason McCracken. Hayden Isaac McKnight. Jackson Sam Hicks McLean IV.
Alyssa Mackenzie McMahon.
Adriana Hope Mestanza.
Emma Sophia Miller.
Rodney Owen Miller.
Congratulations. How you feeling?
Savannah Abigail Miller. Aiden Brock Monroe. Dakota Jasmine Monroe. Kylie Faith Monroe. Brian Chase Morlock. Christina Dixie Lynn Mowell. Dalton Job Mullins. Tristan Lynn Neal.
Mary Faith Neely.
Alexis Marie Nelms. Caitlin Ann Nearin. Brianna Mackenzie Norton. Lucian Orion Lee Oliver. Brittany Elizabeth Olvera. So proud. Emma Leanne O'Quinn. Karina Marie Osborne. Michael Kenneth Owens. Rebecca Nicole Owens. Samuel Letcher Page.
Aiden Christopher Parson. Sydney Grace Payne.
Camden Alec Pennington. Jeremiah Braden Peters.
Alexander David Polk. Finley Brianna Poteet. Simeon Matthew Puckett.
Callie Elizabeth Queen. Chloe Elizabeth Redwine. Peyton Isaac Roten. Rachel Louise Ritz. Emily Danica Rivers. Cameron Wayne Roberts.
Anais Salinas Rodriguez. Ruth Esmeralda Rojas. Susan Emily Rojas. Jesus Ubaldo Rosales Garcia.
Clayton Dean Dylan Russell. Dakota Houston Russell. Briley Brooke Sallier. Cash Charles Shulkett. Reed Anthony Scott. Taylor Brianna Seal. Matthew Charles Seppala. Josie Ann Sewell. Presidents. Michael Warren Shaw.
Ellie Catherine Sherwood.
Alyssa Megan Simpson. Shane Travis Simpson. Mason Trent Skeens. Carolina Mae Smith. Lakin Lachey Smith. Zeta Grace Smith. Callie Ann Snap. Arla Faye Rose Sparrow. Jeremy Scott Spears. Tegan Kendrick Spears. Joseph Adam Todd Spencer.
Kendall Faye Stapleton. Chloe Aaliyah Steckley.
Alyssa Nicole Stubblefield.
Maya Kaylin Sutoff. Rebecca Shane Taylor.
Jenna Elizabeth Thomas. Alexandria Nicole Thompson.
Taylor Renee Thompson. Hugo Trejo Ballesteros.
Tanner Jackson Trent.
Reese Elizabeth Turner.
Justice Jude Varner. Brian Dylan Varney.
Baron Ray Vickers.
Lottie Marie Wade. Janae Ariana Ward.
John Christian Wiscavage.
Helena Faith Watson Parvin. Abigail Grace Wells. Kyla Bree White. Blaze N. Witten. Theron Alexander Wiggins. Bruce Lee Wild. Austin Lynn Williams. Shelby Faye Williamson. William Jeffrey Kyle Wilt. Jordan Wesley Weiniger Collis.
Natalie Nicole Withrow. Colton Gage Wolf.
Chastity Jane Wood. Cam Whoopi. Mackenzie Pauline Wyant.
Congratulations, class of 2025. You've made it. Great job.